Life is a constant flow of change, and yet so many of us find ourselves clinging to the past, unable to move forward. But here's the truth. The power to shape your future lies within you right here, right now. It's time to break free from the chains of yesterday and step boldly into the promise of tomorrow. Think about it for a moment. How often do you catch yourself replaying old memories, reliving past hurts, or wishing things had turned out differently? It's a natural human tendency, but it's also a trap that keeps us stuck, preventing us from experiencing the fullness of life that awaits us. Moving on isn't about forgetting or dismissing your past. It's about learning from it, growing from it, and then letting it go. It's about recognizing that while your past has shaped you, it doesn't have to define you. You are not your mistakes, your regrets, or your disappointments. You are a being of infinite potential, capable of creating a future that's brighter than anything you've left behind. But here's the catch. Moving on requires action. It demands that you make a conscious choice every single day to focus on the present and the future rather than dwelling on what's gone. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. So how do we do this? How do we force ourselves to move on when the past feels like a comfortable old sweater we can't bear to part with? Let me share with you some powerful strategies that can help you break free and embrace the amazing life that's waiting. First and foremost, acknowledge your feelings. It's okay to feel hurt, angry, or sad about things that have happened. These emotions are valid, and suppressing them only gives them more power over you. Allow yourself to feel, but don't let those feelings become your permanent residence. Feel them, express them, and then consciously choose to release. Next, practice gratitude. When we're stuck in the past, we're often focusing on what we've lost or what went wrong. Shift your perspective by actively looking for things to be grateful for in your present life. Start each day by listing 3 things you're thankful for. They can be as simple as a warm cup of coffee or as profound as a loving relationship. This practice trains your mind to look for the good, and what you focus on grows. Another powerful tool is forgiveness. Now, I know forgiveness can be one of the hardest things we're asked to do, especially when we've been deeply hurt. But here's the truth. Forgiveness isn't about condoning what happened or letting someone off the hook. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of carrying that hurt. When you forgive, you're not doing it for the other person. You're doing it for yourself. Remember, forgiveness is a process, not a one-time event. It might take time, and that's okay. Start by setting the intention to forgive, even if you don't feel it yet. You might find it helpful to write a letter expressing all your feelings, not to send, but to release. As you work through this process, you'll find the weight of the past gradually lifting off your shoulders. Now let's talk about the power of creating new experiences. When we're stuck in the past, we often find ourselves in a rut, doing the same things over and over. Break this cycle by intentionally seeking out new experiences. Try a new hobby. Visit a place you've never been, or strike up a conversation with someone new. Each new experience creates new neural pathways in your brain, literally rewiring you for growth and change. And speaking of rewiring, let's discuss the incredible power of your thoughts. Your thoughts create your reality. If you constantly think about the past, you're living in the past. Start paying attention to your thought patterns. When you catch yourself dwelling on old hurts or regrets, gently but firmly redirect your thoughts to the present or the future. A practical way to do this is through visualization. Spend time each day visualizing the future you want to create. See yourself happy, successful, and thriving. Feel the emotions associated with that future as if it's happening right now. This isn't just daydreaming. It's programming your subconscious mind for success and training yourself to look forward instead of backward. Another crucial aspect of moving on is learning to live in the present moment. The past is gone, the future isn't here yet, but the present is where life happens. Practice mindfulness, the art of being fully present in the here and now. This could be through meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simply paying full attention to whatever you're doing, whether it's eating a meal or having a conversation. When you're fully present, you'll find that the grip of the past loosens. You'll start to notice the beauty and opportunities that surround you every day. You'll find joy in simple things and a sense of peace that comes from being anchored in the now. Now, I want to address something important. Sometimes we stay stuck in the past because we're afraid of the future. Change can be scary, and the unknown can feel threatening. But remember this, growth and comfort rarely coexist. If you want to create a better future, you must be willing to step out of your comfort zone. Start small if you need to. Set a tiny goal that pushes you just slightly out of your comfort zone and achieve it. Then set another one slightly bigger. With each small victory, you'll build confidence and momentum. You'll prove to yourself that you're capable of change and growth. As you work on moving forward, it's also important to reframe your past. Instead of seeing it as a source of pain or regret, try to view it as a teacher. Every experience you've had, good or bad, has taught you something valuable. Maybe you've learned resilience, compassion, or strength. Maybe you've learned what you don't want, which can be just as valuable as knowing what you do want. Take some time to reflect on your past experiences and identify the lessons. Write them down. Acknowledge how these lessons have made you wiser, stronger, and more equipped to handle whatever comes your way. When you can see your past as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block, you'll find it easier to move forward with gratitude rather than regret. Let's also talk about the importance of surrounding yourself with the right people. The company you keep has a profound impact on your ability to move forward. Are the people in your life supportive of your growth? Do they encourage you to pursue your dreams, or do they keep pulling you back into old patterns? It might be time to evaluate your relationships. This doesn't necessarily mean cutting people out of your life, but it might mean setting healthy boundaries. Seek out people who inspire you, who challenge you to be better, who support your journey of growth. Join groups or communities aligned with your goals and values. The energy of like-minded individuals can be incredibly motivating and can help propel you forward when you feel stuck. Another powerful strategy for moving on is to create a compelling vision for your future. Without a clear destination, it's easy to keep circling back to the familiar territory of the past. Take some time to really think about what you want your life to look. Dream big. Don't limit yourself based on your current circumstances or past experiences. Write down your vision in vivid detail. What does your ideal day look like? What kind of work are you doing? How do you feel? Who are you surrounded by? Make this vision so enticing, so exciting that it naturally pulls you forward. When you have a clear and inspiring vision of your future, the past loses its grip on you. Now, as you work on creating this bright future, it's crucial to be kind to yourself. Moving on is a process, and it's not always linear. There will be days when you feel like you're making great progress, and there will be days when you feel like you've taken 2 steps back. This is normal, and it's okay. Don't berate yourself for having moments of weakness or nostalgia. Instead, practice self-compassion. Speak to yourself as you would to a dear friend who's going through a tough time. Acknowledge your efforts, celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and be patient with yourself. Remember, every step forward, no matter how small, is still a step in the right direction. Even if you have a day where you find yourself dwelling on the past, the very fact that you're aware of it and trying to change is progress. Awareness is the first step to change. As you continue on this journey of moving forward, it's important to create new rituals and habits to support your growth. Our lives are largely shaped by our daily habits, so make sure yours are pointing you in the direction you want to go. This could mean starting each day with a positive affirmation or ending each day by writing down 3 things that went well. It could mean scheduling regular time for self-reflection or personal development. Maybe it's a weekly adventure to try something new or a daily practice of reaching out to someone who inspires you. Whatever rituals you choose, make sure they align with your vision for the future and help reinforce your commitment to moving forward. Over time, these small daily actions will create massive change in your life. Now let's address a common obstacle that often keeps people stuck in the past. The fear of making mistakes or failing. Many of us avoid moving forward because we're afraid we'll mess up or that things won't work out the way we hope. But here's a liberating truth. Mistakes and failures are not your enemies. They're your teachers. Every successful person you admire has a long list of failures behind them. The difference is they didn't let those failures define them or stop them. They learned from them, adjusted their approach, and kept moving forward. So give yourself permission to make mistakes. In fact, make it a goal to fail faster. The quicker you're willing to try, fail, learn, and adjust, the quicker you'll find success. Embrace failure as feedback, not as a final verdict on your worth or abilities. Another powerful strategy for moving on is to focus on serving others. When we're stuck in the past, we're often very self-focused, dwelling on our own pain or regrets. By shifting our focus to how we can help others, we naturally move out of this self-centered mindset. Look for ways to contribute to your community. Volunteer, mentor someone, or simply perform random acts of kindness. Not only does this shift your focus away from the past, but it also gives you a sense of purpose and fulfillment that can be incredibly motivating. As you serve others, you'll likely find that your own problems start to seem smaller. You'll gain perspective and a sense of connection to something larger than yourself. This can be a powerful force in propelling you forward. Now, I want to address something that many people struggle with when trying to move on. The idea of closure. We often feel like we need some sort of resolution or closure before we can move forward. But the truth is, sometimes closure doesn't come in the way we expect it to. You might not get an apology from someone who hurt you. You might not ever fully understand why certain things happen the way they did. And that's okay. True closure comes from within. It's a decision you make to accept what happened and to move forward anyway. Don't wait for external circumstances to align perfectly before you decide to move on. You have the power to create your own closure by choosing to release the past and focus on creating a better future. As we continue on this journey of moving forward, it's important to celebrate your progress along the way. Too often, we focus solely on our end goal and forget to acknowledge how far we've come. But recognizing and celebrating your progress, no matter how small, is crucial for maintaining motivation and building momentum. Take time regularly to reflect on the changes you've made and the growth you've experienced. Maybe you've gone a whole day without dwelling on a past hurt. Maybe you've taken a small step towards a new goal. These are victories worth celebrating. By acknowledging your progress, you're reinforcing the neural pathways associated with growth and change. You're telling your brain this is important. Let's do more of this. So don't wait for some big dramatic change before you celebrate. Recognize and appreciate the small wins along the way. Now let's talk about the power of your words. The language you use, both in your internal dialogue and in your conversations with others, has a profound impact on your ability to move forward. Are you telling stories that keep you stuck in the past? Are you using language that propels you forward? Pay attention to how you talk about your past experiences. Instead of saying, "I'm damaged because of what happened," try, "I've grown stronger through my experiences," instead of, "I'll never get over this." Try, "I'm in the process of healing and moving forward." Your words shape your reality. By consciously choosing empowering language, you're programming your mind for growth and progress. Another powerful tool for moving forward is to create a personal mission statement. This is a concise expression of your purpose, values, and goals. It serves as a North Star, guiding your decisions and actions as you move into. Take some time to reflect on what truly matters to you. What do you stand for? What impact do you want to have on the world? What legacy do you want to leave? Use these reflections to craft a mission statement that resonates deeply with you. When you have a clear sense of purpose, it becomes easier to let go of past hurts and disappointments. You'll find yourself naturally drawn towards actions and decisions that align with your mission, pulling you forward into a meaningful future. As we near the end of our time together, I want to remind you of something crucial. You are not your past. You are not defined by what has happened to you, but by how you choose to respond and move forward. Your past experiences are part of your story, but they don't have to be the whole story. You have the power to write new chapters, to create new experiences, to become the person you want to be. This power lies in the choices you make each day. The choice to focus on the present, the choice to work towards your goals, the choice to believe in your own potential. Remember, moving on doesn't mean you'll never think about the past again. It doesn't mean you'll never feel moments of sadness or regret. Moving on means that you no longer allow the past to control your present or dictate your future. It means you've learned to hold your past experiences lightly, taking the lessons and leaving behind the baggage. As you continue on this journey of growth and transformation, be patient with yourself. Change doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen with consistent effort and intention. Every time you choose to focus on the present instead of dwelling on the past, you're rewiring your brain. Every time you take action towards your goals, instead of staying stuck in old patterns, you're building new neural pathways. And remember, you don't have to do this alone. Reach out for support when you need it. This could be from friends, family, a therapist, or a support group. There's strength in vulnerability, and often sharing your journey with others can provide new perspectives and encouragement. One powerful way to move forward is to set clear, achievable goals for yourself. These goals give you something concrete to work towards, shifting your focus from what was to what could be. Start with short-term goals that you can accomplish in the next few weeks or months. As you achieve these, set slightly bigger goals. This process of setting and achieving goals builds confidence and momentum, propelling you forward. But specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Instead of a vague goal like be happier, try something like practice meditation for 10 minutes every day for the next month. This gives you a clear action to take and a way to measure your progress. As you work towards your goals, it's important to cultivate resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward, even when things get tough. It's a skill that can be developed and strengthened over time. One way to build resilience is to reframe challenges as opportunities for growth. When you face a setback, instead of thinking, "Why does this always happen to me?" try asking yourself, "What can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger?" Another key to resilience is maintaining a growth mindset. This means believing that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. When you have a growth mindset, you see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, rather than threats to your self-image. Cultivating a growth mindset involves embracing challenges, persisting in the face of setbacks, seeing effort as a path to mastery, learning from criticism, and finding lessons and inspiration in the success of others. With a growth mindset, you're more likely to persevere through obstacles and keep moving forward even when things get tough. Now let's talk about the importance of self-care in the process of moving forward. When we're stuck in the past, we often neglect our own well-being. But taking care of yourself is crucial for having the energy and resilience to create a better future. Self-care isn't selfish, it's necessary. It means making sure you're getting enough sleep, eating nutritious food, and moving your body regularly. It means taking time for activities that bring you joy and relaxation. It means setting boundaries and saying no to things that drain your energy. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. By taking care of yourself, you're ensuring that you have the resources you need to move forward and create the life you want. Another powerful strategy for moving forward is to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment without judgment. When we're stuck in the past, we're often caught up in a cycle of rumination, replaying old events or imagining what-if scenarios. Mindfulness breaks this cycle by bringing our attention back to the present moment. It helps us recognize when we're getting caught up in thoughts about the past and gives us the tools to gently redirect our focus. You can practice mindfulness in many ways. One simple technique is to focus on your breath. Whenever you notice your mind wandering to the past, gently bring your attention back to the sensation of your breath, moving in and out. This simple act of returning to the present moment over and over again can have a profound impact on your ability to move forward. Another powerful mindfulness practice is body scanning. This involves systematically focusing your attention on different parts of your body, from your toes to the top of your head. As you do this, you're bringing your awareness into the present moment and out of the past. Remember, the goal of mindfulness isn't to never think about the past. It's to be aware of when you're thinking about the past so you can make a conscious choice about where to focus your attention. Now let's talk about the power of action. Sometimes when we're stuck in the past, we fall into the trap of waiting. Waiting to feel better, waiting for circumstances to change, waiting for some external force to move us forward. Right? But here's the true seeds. Motivation, not the other way around. You don't have to feel completely ready or motivated to start moving forward. In fact, taking action, even small actions, can generate the motivation and momentum you need. Start with tiny steps. Maybe it's making your bed in the morning or going for a 5-minute walk or reaching out to a friend. These small actions might seem insignificant, but they send a powerful message to your brain. We're moving forward. As you take these small actions, you'll start to build what I call forward momentum. Each action, no matter how small, creates a little bit of momentum. As you keep taking action, that momentum builds. Soon, you'll find yourself naturally moving forward, pulled by the momentum you've created. This is why it's so important to celebrate those small wins we talked about earlier. Each small action, each tiny step forward is worth celebrating because it's contributing to your forward momentum. Another powerful strategy for moving forward is to practice radical acceptance. This doesn't mean you have to like or agree with everything that's happened in your past. It means accepting that it has happened, that it's part of your story, and that you can't change it. Radical acceptance is about acknowledging reality as it is rather than as you wish it to be. It's saying, yes, this happened, it's not what I wanted, but it's what is. This acceptance frees up the energy you've been using to fight against reality, allowing you to use that energy to move forward instead. Remember, accepting doesn't mean approving. You can accept that something happened without liking it or thinking it was okay. Acceptance is simply recognizing reality, which is the first step in being able to respond to it effectively. Now let's talk about the power of creativity in moving forward. Engaging in creative activities can be a powerful way to process your past experiences and imagine new possibilities for your future. Whether it's writing, painting, music, dance, or any other form of creative expression, these activities allow you to explore your emotions and experiences in a different way. Creativity also helps you tap into your imagination, which is crucial for envisioning and creating a better future. When you engage in creative activities, you're practicing the skill of bringing something new into existence. This is exactly the skill you need to create a new future for yourself. So make time for creativity in your life. It doesn't matter if you think you're good at it or not. The act of creating is what's important, not the end result. Allow yourself to play, to experiment, to make mistakes. In the process, you might discover new aspects of yourself and new possibilities for your future. Another important aspect of moving forward is learning to trust yourself again. Often, when we're stuck in the past, it's because we've lost trust in ourselves. Maybe we're beating ourselves up over past mistakes, or we're afraid of making new ones. But here's the truth. You are worthy of your own trust. You have within you everything you need to create a beautiful future. Yes, you've made mistakes. We all have. But you've also had successes. You've learned lessons. You've grown and changed. Start by making small promises to yourself and keeping them. Maybe it's promising to go to bed at a certain time or to spend 10 minutes a day on a hobby you enjoy. As you keep these small promises to yourself, you'll remember, trust is built through consistent, reliable behavior over time. Be patient with yourself. Trust is a practice, something you build day by day, decision by decision. Now let's address something that often keeps people stuck in the past. The fear of the unknown. The past, even if it's painful, is familiar. We know what happened. We know how it felt. The future, on the other hand, is unknown, and that can be scary. But here's a liberating truth. The unknown is not just a source of fear. It's also a source of possibility. Yes, there might be challenges in your future, but there might also be joys, successes, and experiences beyond anything you've imagined. When you find yourself afraid of the unknown future, try this. Instead of imagining the worst that could happen, imagine the best. What amazing things might be waiting for you? What wonderful experiences might you have? What kind of person might you become? This doesn't mean ignoring potential challenges or risks. It means balancing your perspective, remembering that the unknown holds positive possibilities as well as potential difficulties. Another powerful strategy for moving forward is to practice forgiveness, not just of others, but of yourself. Often, what keeps us stuck in the past is not just what others have done to us, but what we've done ourselves. Maybe you've made mistakes you regret, or you're ashamed of how you handled certain situations. Self-forgiveness can be even harder than forgiving others, but it's crucial for moving forward. Remember, forgiving yourself doesn't mean you're saying what you did was okay. It means you're choosing to release the burden of guilt and shame, freeing yourself to move forward and do better. Start by acknowledging what happened and how you feel about it. Take responsibility for your actions, but also have compassion for yourself. Recognize that you did the best you could with the knowledge, skills, and resources you had at the time. If you had known better, you would have done better. Then make a commitment to learn from the experience and do better in the future. This turns your past mistake into a valuable lesson, a stepping stone on your path of growth and self-improvement. Now let's talk about the power of rewriting your story. We all have a story we tell ourselves about our lives, about who we are, what's happened to us, and what it all means. When we're stuck in the past, it's often because we're stuck in an old story that no longer serves us. But here's the amazing thing. You have the power to rewrite your story. You can't change the events of the past, but you can change how you interpret them and what meaning you give them. Start by becoming aware of the story you're currently telling yourself. What's the narrative running through your mind? Is it a story of victimhood, of powerlessness, of things always go wrong for me? Once you're aware of your current story, you can start to question it. Is it really true? Is it helping you move forward or keeping you stuck? Then start crafting a new story, one that acknowledges the challenges you face, but also recognizes your strength in overcoming them. A story that sees your past experiences as valuable lessons that have made you wiser and stronger. A story that looks to the future with hope and excitement. Remember, this isn't about denying reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing a perspective that empowers you to move forward and create the life you want. We're near the end of our time together. I want to remind you of something important. Moving forward is not a destination. It's a journey. It's not about reaching a point where you never think about the past again or never feel pain from old wounds. It's about learning to hold those past experiences lightly, to carry them with you without being weighed down by them. Moving forward is about choosing again and again to focus on the present and the future rather than dwelling in the past. It's about taking action even when you don't feel ready. It's about believing in your own potential for growth and change. Remember, every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. Every time you choose to focus on the present instead of dwelling on the past, you're rewiring your brain. Every time you take action towards your goals, you're building momentum. Every time you practice self-compassion instead of self-criticism, you're healing. You have within you everything you need to create an amazing future. You have the strength, the resilience, the creativity, and the power. Trust in yourself. Believe in your ability to change and grow. And most importantly, take action. Your best life is waiting for you. It's time to let go of what was, embrace what is, and move boldly towards what could be. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step today. Your future self will thank you. Remember, life is not about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. So dance, my friends, dance with all your heart. Because when you're dancing, moving, growing, you'll find that the past loses its grip and the future opens up with infinite possibilities. You are capable of amazing things. You are worthy of an incredible life, and you have the power to create it. So go forth with courage and determination. Embrace the present, create your future, and watch as your life transforms in beautiful and unexpected. As we part ways today, I want you to carry this final thought with you. Your past does not equal your future. The story of your life is still being written, and you hold the pen. Every day, every moment, you have the power to choose a new direction, to write a new chapter, to create a new ending. The past may have shaped you, but it does not control you. You are the author of your life, the creator of your destiny. So step forward with courage, with hope, with determination. Embrace the boundless potential that lies within you. Remember, the greatest chapter of your life is not the one you've already lived, but the one you're about to write. Your future is calling. Answer it with all your heart, all your strength, all your dreams. The world is waiting for the unique gift that only you can give. So go forth, move forward, and create the life you've always imagined. Your time is now.